Hello and welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. As always, my goal is to make sure you're the most efficient Hero Wars player you possibly can be. So, if you like seeing these videos, please go ahead and like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and me to get more content out to you. Now, what I want to talk to you today is twofold. Number one, we have a new event calendar going for August. So I want to go through those events, kind of point out a few things that I'm looking for and I'm looking at. And then I also want to get into the new Totem Fusion abilities to kind of give you an early glimpse on what potentially could be the best ones. First, let's go ahead and dive into this calendar. So if you go to the Hero Wars Dominion Facebook page, you'll see that they did announce the whole calendar minus one event, which is going to be the Lara event, which is very exciting. You can see right here there are a couple more surprises. It looks like Chaba is probably going to be getting an upgrade. I'm assuming he'll be getting some Ascension skills. So he should become a little bit stronger. Blackbeard's Legacy is coming with a new Julius skin. That's kind of exciting if you do have Julius or use him. And one legendary adventurer will make a surprise return to Dominion for a special one-week event. Not shocking, this is going to be Lara. Lara is one of the best heroes in the game. If you don't already have her, this is going to be an opportunity to get her. Now, there is a couple things that you should know based off of what has already happened in the mobile version of the game. Number one, I am almost guaranteed that we're going to be seeing more Lara skins and that these are going to be only real money is going to be able to buy them. I'm 99% sure that we're going to see more skins. So that is probably something you need to think about. If you are a limited spender and you really like Lara, go ahead, maybe save some money for that particular event, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing new skins. Now, the mobile version had, I think, like 3 new skins, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we're going to have that many. My guess is we'll probably just have 1, maybe 2. But those skins will probably become pretty important if you want to have the most updated Lara that you possibly can. I'm also waiting to see if Lara is actually going to cost money or if she will be a free summon. So that's going to be really interesting, because I could also see Nexters saying that since you didn't get her the first time, you have to pay $15 or whatever to get her this time. But we'll see. It could just be a full event where they just give her for free. Now, this has not been scheduled yet. You can't see it anywhere on the calendar, but it is coming up. My best guess is it's probably going to happen maybe like right here during Titan Brawls. It usually happens maybe even during like Area of Conquest right here. We'll see. Yeah, so the Sears game, which was originally supposed to be a new event that was scheduled for earlier, also got pushed back. So that one is kind of a gambling game. It could be fun. I don't know exactly how many resources you're going to need to put into it to actually do like the gambling, and it's what you would call a push your luck type of game. But we could see that. Now, upcoming this week, Tournament of Hero Power started yesterday. Legacy of the Great Ones started today, and Foundations of Power is going to start tomorrow. So you're going to have a nice triple dip opportunity here. If you already haven't, you can go ahead and use your artifacts during these 3 days to make sure that you double dip on that. And you'll have a triple dip on energy right here. Hero Brawls is probably going to be Lyria, since she's the hero of the month. So get ready for that one. Or upgrade your Lyria if you haven't already, so that you can get as many rewards as you can. But there is something I want to point out about the schedule. It looks like we are going to have basically repeating schedules. And what I mean by that is we have had this 2 months in a row already where this has happened at the same time, and this jumps in, then Hero Brawls right after, then a few days after that, Area of Conquest, and then the Tournament of Titan Power starts the week after with these 3 in particular events. Then Titan Brawls starts after that. And then we just got through the Ascension to Asgard, Great Storm, Guardians of Outland, and Weaving Patterns and Elemental Synergy, and then we're starting over. My assumption is that this calendar, or something very similar, is what we are going to be seeing every single month. I think Nexters has basically decided that they're going to be putting a consistent calendar in place. Now, what does that mean for you? That means that is a little bit good in that you can predict future events and you can know what to save. It also means that if they are having specific times where they're doing demon dolls during the month, or if they're doing the pet potion shop, then you should know where it is. Like, for example, and I'm going to remember it this time, usually there is a Emerald Waterfalls right here. But on the 21st, or the 20th, I can't remember, it's one of those two, the 20% Emerald exchange comes back. Basically, you get 20% based off of how many emeralds you spend back in the piggy bank. I think it's called the piggy bank. It's one of these things that are off to the side. Now, because of that, and the consistency, we can say pretty good time, know when to spend. So that's going to be something that, as you look at these different events, just plan for them and plan to keep your resources until they come around. All right, now, they did have a newer post talking about right here. Blackbeard's Legacy, which they didn't have on this calendar, is going to be starting on the 5th. That's pretty nice. Blackbeard's Legacy, if you have not played it before, is a server, actually, I guess it's a whole Facebook-wide game and web-wide game. Basically, what it does is everyone participates a certain amount of gold for level 1. I think it's emeralds for level 2 and money for level 3 to get certain prizes. Now, the more people that participate, the better prizes you're going to get, up to a certain max. I always suggest that everyone donates the gold because I think it's just 1 million gold to get all the prizes, and it's well worth it. Emeralds and money, I usually pass on those just because on Facebook, we don't get the max rewards for the most part unless they updated it. That's just because we have significantly fewer players than web. So we'll talk about that a little bit more when that event comes out. Then, as we talked about, we also have the Brawl event coming out. And then the Guardians of Outland afterward, followed by the Area of Conquest. So, a lot of events coming up. Make sure you're planning accordingly. Now, kind of onto the main attraction of this vid, is I want to talk about what would be the best Totem Fusion abilities. Now, these just came out earlier this week, so there is a lot of guessing, and there's not really anything definitive yet on to which one is the best. So I want to go ahead and do some testing just to show you some of the findings that I have already looked at and kind of give some preliminary ways that you can go ahead and get something that could be pretty solid. So the best way to test, in my opinion, is by having the same team that you're continually facing and the same team that you are attacking with. So, for example, I'm facing, this is a mirror match. I'm facing the exact same team that is on defense that I have on offense. But where I differ is I'm going to be switching these abilities up. This will allow me to see if there is one ability on this particular team that's better than the rest. So we're going to go ahead and start this Last Flash Pulse of the Agents. So we're going to go ahead and start, and we're going to see, let's just go ahead auto it and see how the fight turns out. Now this involves kind of like looking at previous tests and figuring out what works out the best. And this one, I put the defense team is going to have the same Totem Fusion every single time. But you can see here that it beat me. And that was with the first, let's go ahead and change the attacking team. That was with the first Elemental Affinity skill and the first Primal Affinity. So now that we have a baseline of what that is going to do, we would move it on to the next. From there, we can see how it does. And I only had Tenebris alive on the other team, and you'll be able to see the amount of damage that they have afterward and how much damage they do, etc., and see if it was slightly better, slightly worse than the previous team. So this one's slightly better. Again, it's just with these teams, so there's nothing definitive about this. But let's go ahead and keep on changing the attacking team. We'll do it with this Meteorite, and let's go. So last time, Tenebris was about maybe 25% health is where we finished. Now, the nice thing about Titan fighting is, well, nice and unfortunate, is that it's consistent. Meaning that if I'm facing these two teams and I don't have any special skills on, it's gonna the match is gonna end up the exact same every single time. Okay, so now you can see Tenebris is full health here. So that particular elemental affinity skill wasn't as effective. Let's go ahead and do Flame Dance. And we're just gonna auto it. And you're actually gonna see something here. The Flame Dance, I'm pretty sure, is going to allow me to win. There we go. Flame Dance, and boom. Now I have Hyperion and Tenebris alive. Okay, so that shows me on this team that the Flame Dance is going to be better than the Wrath of the Depths, Ice Age, Last Flash. Now, that's not saying that these are going to be bad or they won't have their time with other teams. But against this particular team, with the team that I currently have, the Flame Dance is better. Let's go with Depth's Whisper and check that one out too. This one's basically, I'm doing a double healing. You can see this Whirlpool is like kind of healing me twice. And looks like I'm going to win again. Yep. And that's just with changing one Totem Fusion, right? So let's change the attacking team. Let's change it one more time. The main one to the block, which is basically what the Earth Totem does currently. You can see there, the block came up. It deflects damage and sends it back. Did it again. It's going to do it again in just a second. Okay, but this time I lost, right? So now we have done 5 tests, or 6 tests, and we've had 2 wins. The Flame Dance and the Depth's Whisper have won. So, if you want to keep on testing, you would start to change like these abilities here and start from the top, right? So you would say, okay, let's go Last Flash and Primal Zeal this time, go through all the way through. Then you would do, okay, let's start at the top again, but Echo Aegis. Then Triple Cycle, then Call of the Elements. And that way you would just be able to continually move through the testing of which one you think is the best. Now again, that's only for this team. Different teams can have different specific abilities. Now let's go ahead and change something. I'm going to do another Titan battle. Let's max out all of this stuff. We're going to have let's do like this team, right? You'll see this. This is kind of a pretty solid Dark Light team. And let's go ahead and put on, let's say, Last Flash and Pulse of the Ancients for both of these. Now let's have an attacking team, and let's just do the same thing we did before. Let's see how it turns out. I'm pretty sure this light dark team is going to beat mine. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Still have two heroes standing. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and change the attacking team. And we're going to change it. Let's do like this fire and fire, right? Yeah, this also summons a blazing vortex that damages nearby enemies. So it's basically a little bit of the Flame Dance. Except kind of like a mini Flame Dance. I just want to see how well this is going to do. Will this be able to put this water team that would easily lose against this team over the top? Okay, it did a little bit more damage, but not all the way. Let's go ahead and change it up again. Let's say we'll do healing. Yeah, let's just do healing in this little, the Zeal one. Now, this is pretty painstaking to do, but if you want to be ahead of the curve, this is what you're going to have to do a little bit of just to figure out what is the best. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I got him down to the final one, changing it up a little bit. Right? So that had a better result. That absolutely had a better result. And that was the Depths Whisper. So that was basically extra healing plus a ton of healing. Okay, let's change this one up. Let's keep the Depths Whisper here. And let's go with... like, let's say Call of the Elements. And I'm not even sure this water team with a perfect combination is going to be able to beat the Dark Light team. Not sure. But we have to test it out if we're going to know. I don't think there's going to be one team that's just the ultimate. I think different abilities are going to be good against others. So if you're thinking, oh man, I want to have just the best, like again, that one's not bad. Got him to about half health. Right there-ish, a little bit past. But let's change it up again. Let's do triple cycle. Okay, that's actually just showing all of the same one. Triple cycle is not that. But let's test it out. I can't emphasize enough, if you don't have Lara during this upcoming event that's going to happen, you really should go for it. Okay, so that one didn't look like it changed very much at all, right? I mean, maybe a tiny bit more over with the with this triple cycle. Let's do the final one. Then we'll change it up with the tests. Close. Still about halfway health. So that isn't affecting the battle as much, but like it moves it a little bit. These secondary skills. Okay, let's create another Titan battle. Let's go ahead and do like, let's say an Earth team or so. Let's do a full Earth team in Tenebris versus a full Earth team in Tenebris. This is the defense team, so we're going to do the default Last Flash, Pulse of the Ancients. And now I'm going to use the exact same team. But I'm going to decide I'm going to do the Flame Dance. And let's do Primal Zeal. Nope. That one didn't do well. Okay. Let's change the attacking team. Let's do like the water. And let's say Pulse of the Ancients. You know what? I probably shouldn't have done the Earth just because there's a lot of randomness with Eden in there. Didn't think about that. This one's going to win. But I'm not sure it would win consistently. Let's see. We'll retry it a couple times. Victory, victory, defeat, victory. Eden is the great randomizer there. Okay, so decent odds. Let's actually do the fire instead. Let's do fire. That's going to be a little bit more consistent. Let's do defense fire and attack fire too. We'll just go ahead and put those down. Let's get the baseline. We're going to use the exact same ones. See where we end up. These fights are going to be fast. That's the nice thing. Oh, we're both dead, but it's a defeat. That's too funny. These teams just do so much damage. Okay, let's change this. Let's move instead of Last Flash. Let's go ahead and do Flame Dance. And see if that affects it. Look at those tornadoes. There we go. Okay, see, it did update it. It changed it to where it was we both died to now I'm winning every single time. Okay, let's see if we can throw like a water under there. I wish there was a way where we could just say, look, this is the best one. Only use this. I'm not sure that's going to be the case. And different teams, I think different ones are going to be better. Like there, I lost. The water one was not better with the fire, right? Not better at all. Let's try the earth. Nope. Earth doesn't do it either. Okay, let's update this. Let's do this Wrath of the Depths. So many tornadoes going. Okay, another win with this Wrath of the Depths. Okay, so far we have wins with these two, losses with those two. Let's move on. I think this type of testing is the only way to know for sure what is going to be good against certain teams. But it's going to be very hard for you because there's a lot of different combinations. We have 6 of these and 5 of these. That is, what is it, 30 different combinations? That it possibly could be, I think. Yeah, I think it's 30. So it's going to be hard to know like which of those 30 is going to be best against a particular team. If you have one team that's hard in Guild War, maybe the best up. Yep, that one just, I should have known that one's just going to be the same. Okay. Let's go ahead, change this up. Let's do something like Call of the Elements. Let's see if this, we have the primary skill is the same. The secondary skill is not. Let's see if it updates something. Nope. Both still died. Okay. Let's do the second. And this is kind of interesting. If we both die again, I'm going to have a hypothesis. And we both might die. Yep, we did. Well, that's interesting. That secondary ability, it's either not working in testing or it's not doing enough to change the outcome at all. Look at that. That's 3 times in a row, even though I've been changing this primal affinity skill. Yep, both dead. Okay, so I don't know if this is not working at all, or if, because like if we change it right here, let's do this and this, you're going to notice that I'm going to win now. Yep, see? So I don't know if it's just not a very powerful skill, that it doesn't change the results, and the elemental affinity skill is the most important, or what. But that's very interesting to see. So that's all I'm going to show you for today. I'm sure I'm going to be getting into it a lot more. If you stayed this far, let's go ahead, show you how I'm doing in the tournament of hero power. You can see here we have 2 people that are very high up. I'm not sure. If this guy keeps on going up, there's no way I catch him. But I could still maybe get 2nd or 3rd place. I'm going to go ahead and just use some stuff because I want to. So I'm going to go ahead and just upgrade Astaroth. Usually I wait till last minute, but if you're super far behind, I think sometimes it's smart to go ahead and level up. And you can still be behind the guy, just don't go crazy far. Okay, he's at +3. Let's go ahead, use one of these. Thank you. Boom. Astaroth, red. Let's go ahead, upgrade. Done. And now upgrade again. And we can see that I am missing this. So I'm very close. I should be able to get him to red +2 fully stacked by the end of the event. Okay, how much did that get me? I'm to 45. That's not bad. That's not bad. I guess I'll call it there. I still have a lot that I can grab here. I'm going to be doing some more Ascension Glyphs every single day. I've already upgraded all of those. I have a lot more hero skins that I'm going to be upgrading too. But that's probably going to be on the last day to try to overtake people. Yeah, let's go ahead and call it here. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have any comments below? Any thoughts? Anything you want to see me test? Go ahead, let me know. Thanks so much for watching.